Gina is rightfully enraged with Edge for hiding his dad's letter from her. She says she'll speak with him after rehearsals, but for the time being, she needs to concentrate on being Anna. Gina puts her heart on her sleeve, so anyone who is paying attention is aware of how she is feeling right now about Edge. Edge argues that, in order to rescue the show, they must offer Corbin and Channing all the drama typical of a reality show. Carlos adds that Edge oversimplifies the situation, calling it boring. The real campers of Shallow Lake are Carlos's solution for how to immediately enhance the drama. He has a plan for each character. Each of them is responsible for a fairly specific task. "Don't get me started" is Gina's phrase, according to Edge. Gina argues that she is unable to improvise and she doesn't think twice to respond, and you shouldn't. That choice to quickly pan to Ricky is interesting. Carlos emphasizes that he has 4 objectives for the day. Someone must weep, someone must get slapped, someone must throw a drink, and someone must be overheard saying something scandalous on a hot mic. Carlos makes everyone practice slapping, which is a fine art in the realm of the Real Housewives. Somehow, Ricky and Edge are paired off, and things aren't going well. Ricky and Edge should approach this situation as actors, according to Carlos. The woman Ricky loves has been taken by Edge. Do you mean Gina? Edge stole her, since she is his girlfriend. Or, to use a made-up example, would have stolen her, Ricky explains clumsily. Edge is extremely vigilant. He is aware that Ricky is having a problem. "Yeah, I like it. You held a torch for her for years sometimes in this fake scenario," Edge says. "You even pretend to get lost with her in the woods, and then now it's weird because like she's in love with me." Suddenly, Ricky slaps Edge for real. Carlos moves on to Maddox and Ashlyn. He wants them to pretend like they're in love with the same guy. He picks Jet, which makes this even more awkward since Maddox and Jet are siblings. Channing returns, this time without Corbin Bleu. Courtney asks Gina about what's going on with Edge. Gina explains that she's worried. Edge is talking to Val about stuff. She's self-conscious about it. Carlos quickly realizes that he should have told the younger girls about his real campers of Shallow Lake scheme. Gina throws a drink at Courtney as they decide to cross the first item off Carlos's list. Jet ruins one of the situations during practice, so Carlos reacts quickly and crosses off a cry and a slap from his list in under a minute. What a Baby by Dara Renee is everything I didn't know I needed. The final song of the day is sung by Gina and Ricky. As the jilted ex, Carlos tells Ricky that he still harbors unresolved feelings for Gina. Gina is told by Carlos to enjoy torturing Edge. Gina states with assurance, "I can handle that." When Edge enters the room dressed as Sven, Gina finds this to be even simpler. The duet "What Do You Know About Love" by Gina and Ricky. It is a high school musical instant classic. The musical is song from the series. How do Gina and Ricky get along? Everyone in the room, including Courtney, Carlos, Edge, and others, pay attention to what is happening. At the end, Ricky and Gina exchange glances that are just a little bit too long, and it is captured on camera. After that, Gina immediately leaves the room. After the show, Ricky storms out. Gina acknowledges that it seems like they are having totally different summers when Edge catches up to her. Edge has the opportunity, but he refuses to let her know that he is from St. Louis. Ashlyn acknowledges that she is impressed with Ricky's advancement in the musical theater industry. Ricky is allegedly genuinely heartsick, according to Val. Ricky and Gina certainly have a past together, as Ashlyn points out. According to Val, Ricky is the ideal illustration of sublimated desire. Whether Val is acting in character or not is unknown to Ashlyn, but either way, she is perfect. Gina runs into Ricky as he enters the barn again. She admits to him that she didn't anticipate having her first boyfriend argument, or, more precisely, her first boyfriend secret during her summer of firsts. It can be very hard not to just speak what you feel, acknowledges Ricky. Another instance of them spending a little too much time staring into each other's eyes occurs. They are interrupted by Channing because he needs a group picture. While taking the group photo, Gina finally tells Edge about St. Louis as he watches Ricky and Gina enter together. The icing on an incredibly crazy day. When Channing finally departs, everyone can unwind briefly. That couldn't have gone longer, Ashlyn quips. "I, for one, am looking forward to being despised by America," Ricky responds. Chef's kiss is a real-world illusion. After the drama, in Courtney's opinion, they need to get themselves together. Courtney worries if Gina told Carlos about her conversation with her mother when Carlos mentions that Courtney is anxious. Ashlyn yells at Val to read the room as she intervenes to calm things down. Maddox admits to Ashlyn that she once harbored feelings for Val as well. Yelling, according to her, is not a suitable method to convey her romantic feelings. Ashlyn starts to chuckle and informs Maddox right away that she has a boyfriend. When Jet intervenes, she orders Maddox to back off. They start fighting in public view. The fact that they are siblings is at last revealed. Jet alerted their parents about her girlfriend after finding texts on her phone, which is why Maddox has it out for her. Carlos is aware that he just uncorked a can of worms. The Jet and Maddox disclosure has Ricky in a complete state of shock. Gina is given an explanation of the letter by Edge, who also confesses that he won't leave Salt Lake City without a fight. Ashlyn drops another surprise by disclosing Edge's real name, which is Elton John Coswell. Gina still didn't know all of this. Edge is acting like an old version of himself, says Gina as she walks away from him. The younger ladies are hesitant to be theater kids after seeing all this turmoil. Their questions are all answered by Courtney. Jet is located by Ricky in one of his hiding places. Ricky is curious as to why Jet is fleeing. Jet admits to Maddox that he has been a bad man for a very long time and that it is making him miserable. Jet resists Ricky's attempts to convince her to sing about it. Ricky and Carlos make an effort to unwind after the chaotic rehearsal. Ricky is unable to suppress his emotions any longer. He admits to Carlos that when he pretended to be in love with Gina, he wasn't totally acting. Carlos claims he sensed something. Carlos makes a pledge to Ricky that he won't tell, but it's for naught because Channing has the entire incident on film. Ricky was hurt on a hot mic. The very last item Carlos needed to cross off his list was this. Jet chooses to sing about Maddox's situation while maintaining a front with Ricky. He performs a stunning solo piano piece. His heart is in the right place, but he secretly wishes he could turn the clock back. Jet can still sing, thus there is yet hope for these siblings, as Maddox overhears. Ek is aware that everything is crashing down in front of him. This play might be destroyed with only one scandal. He makes the decision to call. He asks the person on the other end of the line, "How soon can you be here?" "Who might it be?"